Hello everyone, my name is John Tenorio, and I'm a program assistant here at San Bernardino Valley College. I'm here to walk first-time students through the enrollment process for the Valley Now program. There's quite a few steps we have to take, so let's get going. So the first thing you want to do is go to www.valleycollege.edu. This will take you directly to the San Bernardino Valley College homepage. Now this will give you tons of information about our college. For now, go to the top right-hand search bar and type in Valley Now. Click on the first link. This will take you directly to our program's homepage. Take your time to read everything carefully, and when you're ready, click here to begin. You are now about to begin the Valley Now enrollment process. You'll see three types of students on this page: first-time students, returning students, or continuing students. Since this video is directed towards first-time students, let's go ahead and click on selection number 1, first-time students. Okay, so next you're going to see a series of steps that need to be completed in order for you to complete the application process for San Bernardino Valley College, more specifically for the Valley Now program. Now, since you are a first-time student, you're going to see quite a bit of steps, but don't be intimidated. I'm here to help. Okay, so let's begin by completing Step A. Step A is filling out your initial survey. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link, show you what pops up. Now it's going to ask you a series of questions, very simple questions like what's your first name, your last name, your date of birth, what school you go to, and your email. Make sure the email that you provide us is something that you're checking on a continuous basis, whether it be connected to your phone or your laptop. And also try to keep it a personal email, because sometimes school emails have very good firewalls, and therefore some of the emails that we send do not go through. So I suggest that you use a personal email for this, and make sure, once again, you're checking it often. When you answer all the questions completely, go ahead and hit submit, and you're moving on to Step B. Okay, so let's move on to Step B. For Step B, we're going to use the link called the Category tool. Once we click on that link, it's going to ask us a series of questions. This is going to be to help us identify if you're a new student, returning student, or continuing student. Each one of these students has different types of steps, so make sure you're answering all the questions, and when you're done, click Submit. Once you hit Submit, you're done with Step B. Okay, so let's continue by moving on to Step C. Step C is creating an OpenCCC account. Click on the link provided. Once you get to this page, it's going to give you information about what the OpenCCC account is. If you scroll all the way down, we've inserted a how-to video. Now this how-to video is going to show you step by step on how to answer each and every question on the application. When you're ready, scroll back to the top and click on openccc.net. Once you get here, it's going to ask you if you want to create an account or sign in. Since you're a first-time student, I'm imagining that everyone has to create an account. So go ahead and click on Create an Account. One more time, it's going to ask you to either begin creating my account or to sign in. Again, because you're a first-time student, go ahead and click on Begin Creating My Account. This will lead you to a series of questions, 3 pages to be exact. Please fill out all the following information. When it comes to Social Security number, I highly recommend that all students enter the Social Security number. You may bypass this. However, Admissions and Records may contact you for proof of your Social Security card. When you're ready, hit Continue, and you're done with Step C. Okay, so let's continue by going to Step D. Now Step D, I'm going to go back to the OpenCCC account. So go ahead and click on the following link. But instead of creating an account, I'm actually going to sign in. Now make sure that you're using the same username and the password that you just created in the previous step. When you're ready, click on Sign In. Now when you get here, you're going to start a new application. And the reason for this is because you're actually going to select a term that you're applying for. So in this case, it's going to either be Spring 2021, Fall 2021, or Summer 2021. Now if you're watching this video and these are already passed, don't worry about it. Make sure that you're applying for the proper term that you're actually going to register for later on. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and select Fall 2021. Now again, it's going to ask me a series of questions: education goals, my major. Once I'm done, it's going to move on to my account, my education, etc. Make sure you're answering all these questions, and when you're ready, click Continue. Once you've done this process, you have completed the OpenCCC application for that term. After that, it takes 3 business days for you to receive an email saying, "Welcome to Valley College." This is going to include your San Bernardino Valley College ID. Again, that's 3 business days, so don't include Saturday and Sunday. Once you're done there, you are done with Step D. Okay, so let's move on to step E. Now, step E, we're going to begin our concurrent enrollment packet. So go ahead and click on the link provided. It's going to take you to another page that's going to give you a description of what the concurrent enrollment packet is. In addition, it's going to show you what a blank version looks like. So when you're ready, go to the middle where it says click here to begin your concurrent enrollment packet. This is going to lead you to another series of questions. Please take the time to answer all the following questions. This process takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and I recommend that all students have either a parent or a legal guardian with them, just in case you have any questions. When you're all finished, at the bottom, click Submit, and you are done with Step E. Please keep in mind that after completing Step E, it takes about 7 business days for our office to send back a packet filled with the information you provided. After receiving this, you're ready to move on to Step F. Okay, so now you're ready to move on to Step F. Now, Step F is after you already got your concurrent enrollment packet filled out. It's already signed by a legal guardian or parent, including yourself. Now you're ready to turn it in. So click on the following link. After you've answered a few questions, you'll notice a drag and drop text appear in the middle of your screen. Now, this is simply where you can grab your concurrent enrollment packet, drop it onto the screen itself. Once it uploads, answer the remaining questions, and you're all done with Step F. Now, step G is setting up your web advisor account. Now, this is going to allow you to access the other steps as far as orientation and assessment. But for now, let's just focus on step G. So what I need you to do is scroll to the top of this page, and on the right-hand corner, you're going to see the words Login. Click on that. Now, you'll notice a drop-down menu will appear. I want you to go ahead and click on Web Advisor. This will take you straight to the Web Advisor's homepage. Okay, so now that you're here, go back to the top right-hand corner and click Login. This will direct you to a page where you have to enter your user ID and your password. Now, I get many emails from students that ask me, what's my user ID and what's my password? So let me go ahead and zoom the screen in for a minute. And your user ID is your first initial. So in my case, it'd be J for John, dot, last name. So J dot Tenorio. And then let's just say my last 4 digits of my SBVC ID is 1234. So therefore, it'd be j.tenorio1234, okay? That's my user ID. It's never going to change. So use that format for your user ID as well. When it comes to your password, you're going to be given a default password. Now, your default password is going to be capital T, lowercase e-m-p, spelling temp, and your 6-digit date of birth. So for example, let's say you were born January 1st, 2000. It would be temp 010100 for the year, okay? So that's going to be your temporary password. Once you sign in, you're going to be asked to create a new password. Again, just follow along in the box. They give you very specific instructions on how to create your password, whether it be digits, how many digits are there, how many capital letters, if there's any special characters. So just follow the prompt and create your own password after that. Okay, so now that you've entered your user ID as well as your password, you're ready to click on Submit. This is going to direct you back to the Web Advisor's home page, but this time you'll notice that Current Students is now highlighted and you're able to click here. This is the student menu. Go ahead and explore this menu, but pay close attention to the next 2 steps that we're going to talk about, online orientation and online placement. But for now, you can go ahead and explore. You can check your grades, your class schedule. You can also apply for financial aid and register and drop classes. Let's move on to the next step. Now let's go ahead and continue by doing steps H and I. The reason why we could do 2 steps at one time is because if you click on the link, it'll actually give you step-by-step instructions on how to get to the orientation, and if you scroll down, it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to complete the assessment. We actually walked through this on the previous step, you and I, when we were on Web Advisor, and I told you to remember where it said online orientation and online placement. But just in case you forgot, if you click on this link, it'll actually include a how-to video on how to access the orientation. And if you scroll down, we've also included a how-to video on how to access the assessment. Again, these videos will walk you step by step through each individual process. Now, just a brief description of what they both are. Orientation is actually a series of videos. They're about 5 to 10 minutes each. Make sure you're paying attention because after each video, you're going to be asked about 2 or 3 questions just to make sure you were paying attention and you move on to the next video. Upon completion of orientation, you're going to receive a digital certificate. Now, I recommend to all students that they take a picture or a screenshot of that certificate for your own records. upon completion of orientation, now you're eligible to take the self-guided placement or assessment. Now, assessment is going to be about 12 to 15 questions roughly, and they're going to ask you questions such as, do you read for fun? What do you like to read? What's the highest math class you've taken? And what grade did you receive? Now, the theory behind the assessment is we want to make sure that we identify where you're at academically. So, for example, if you've taken a calculus class in high school, we're not going to start you off with basic arithmetic in college. We want to make sure that you continue to evolve as a student. So make sure that you complete the online orientation and the assessment, and you're done with the following 2 steps. Let's move on. Okay, so now we've come down to step J. Now step J is very important because we strongly recommend that first-time students meet with one of our program counselors. Some of you watching this video may or may not know what you want to do for the rest of your life, which is fine. That's what college is for. So again, we strongly encourage that you meet with the counselor. This way you can go over certain majors, if you have any questions on which path to take, which classes to take in college, how it affects you, etc. So again, we strongly recommend that you meet with one of our counselors. So for step J, you're going to come down here and click on click here. So follow the link. So next you'll see a list of staff members and counselors. You want to scroll down until you find a counselor that you want to make an appointment with. So for example, I'm going to make sure that they have the title counselor underneath their name. And when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and just schedule the appointment. Follow the prompt and you're ready to make your appointment with the counselor. That is the end of step J. Okay, so now we're on step K. Step K, we're going to register for the actual class. So go ahead and click on the Web Advisor link provided. It'll take you to the Web Advisor's main page. Go ahead and click on the top right-hand corner where it says Login. Now remember to enter your user ID and your password, then click Submit. So this will take you back to the Web Advisor's main menu. Go ahead and click on Current Student. Now this will take you to the student menu. What I want you to do is go ahead and click on Register and Drop Classes. One more time, hit Search and Register for Classes. So next, I want you to go ahead and select the following term. Now for this video, I'm selecting Fall 2021. But if you're watching it and you're applying to spring, summer, or any other fall, go ahead and click the according term. Okay, now once you're done with that, I want you to go ahead and go down to the subject and find the subject or the class that you're looking for. So for example, if I was taking American Sign Language, I would click on here and provide the course number. So in this case, I'm going to apply for American Sign Language 109. I can go ahead and hit Submit, and you'll see a list of ASL 109. Now, to select a specific class, I can go ahead and match it with the reference number. So for example, if I'm looking for ASL 109 5358, I just keep going down until I find it here. Once I find the class I'm looking for, I'm going to go ahead and hit Select. Click on Submit, and it'll prompt me to a non-payment notice. Now this is just warning us that we have to make a payment, but for this program, you're not going to have to pay a cent. So go ahead and click on OK. Click on Register. You can unclick these 2 boxes. This is for an AS discount sticker or a student representation fee. Now I'm going to go ahead and uncheck those. When it comes to AB 2248, you can go ahead and read it, but it is required. So I'm going to go ahead and check it and then hit Submit. Okay, so that's how you register for your class. Please note that you'll have to select multiple classes if you are planning to take more than one class. And you're done with step K. Okay, so we're down to our very last step. Step L, we want you to check your email frequently because we're going to be inviting every single student who's completed the entire enrollment process to a welcome meeting for all our students. So, if you have any questions, please contact us. On behalf of San Bernardino Valley College and the Valley Now program, we want to thank you for watching this video.